think it's funny how Knicks fans are like, oh, yeah, man, we got some nice, young, respectful players. Bobby Portis literally broke Mirotich's face.
On this episode of the Choke Industries podcast, we go over all the free agency signings. Hope you enjoy. Welcome, everybody, to the second episode of the Choke Industries podcast. Glad to see everyone back again. We've all made it. Congrats. So, I'm Toasted.
I'm Bake.
I'm Kevin.
I am CSB.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome this week.
Thank you for coming back.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in and listening to us again. I know nobody really wants to, I guess, but you're stuck with us. Sorry. So, guys, what just happened in the NBA?
Free agency.
Yeah.
Darren Collison joined the Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah.
That's the NBA.
Mirotic left the NBA.
We deported Mirotic.
Mirotic got
Bobby Portis
to leave the NBA.
Bobby Portis beat
it.
the crap out of Mirotic, and all of a sudden he's back in Europe. Doesn't
I
want
think
to
it's
taste
funny
that
how
smoke.
I think it's funny how Knicks fans are like, oh yeah, man, we got some nice, young, respectful players. Bobby Portis literally broke Mirotic's face.
That New York blue collar attitude.
I need that blue collar ready to throw hands whenever.
Charles Oakley back in the day. All right, so we're gonna go through each team in the NBA, talk about their signings a little bit, our reactions to them. But first things first, if you're not listening to us on Apple Podcasts, we're there now. So search us up, give us a 5-star review, maybe even leave a nice comment if you want to. If we see them, maybe we'll read them next week. We'll select one.
Maybe though.
Yeah.
Not all of us know how to read.
Maybe. Yeah.
We have a hate comment on our YouTube video.
Oh,
we did.
Someone's complaining about us talking over each other.
That happens.
yeah.
If you guys don't know, we're not all in the
What do you
same
guys think?
together. So
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you for all the hate.
Thanks for the view.
Yeah, let's see. We're on Spotify, Spreaker, CastBox, Apple Podcast, and we post it to YouTube. So wherever you watch or listen, thank you. But
Wait,
let's
people say that we talk over each other?
All right,
crazy.
let's jump right into this. So we're gonna start with the Atlanta Hawks.
Riveting moves that they've made,
Oh, they've lost Dwayne Dedman.
which is actually kind of
Yeah,
and
he got paid.
yeah. I mean, they got Alex Len though.
Yeah, they
Still.
have Lord and Savior Alex Len, but Dwayne Dedman to the Kings, 3 years, $40 million. That's a lot, but I guess that's the NBA today. I think everyone's still culture shocked over the amount salaries have gone up.
Yeah.
It's all about overpaying so nobody else gets them.
Exactly.
So good old Pacers move. Anyway.
The Kings. Hello, the Kings.
Yeah, literally the whole entire Kings organization this free agency period.
Yeah.
But we're not on the Kings yet, so we can't discuss them.
Yeah.
Please wait your turn,
Vince
Kings.
Carter may still come back to them. I think they have like pretty much first right of refusal. That's what Vince said pretty much. Justin Anderson is restricted free agent. I don't know if they gave him the qualifying offer. I'm guessing he did. But that's really all for the Atlanta Hawks. They're going to be fun to watch next year, though.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Especially with all their young talent. Yeah.
It says the Hawks did not offer a qualifying offer to Justin Anderson.
Well, they're going to have a very fun. Thank you, Woj.
You're welcome.
Kevin Woj. Yeah. Well, they're going
It's
to be
actually
very
Coach.
fun. That's great. Well, they're going to be very fun to watch next year anyways because they're building through the draft. So definitely watch them on League Pass or the second coming of NBA streams. So
Rip NBA streams, bro.
Yeah, that's
Can't believe they
sad.
had to take down NBA streams, man.
They're going to make me pay for League Pass?
No, not allowed.
It's an NBA Thunder now. I think that's the new one.
Somebody should make a subreddit called "Not NBA Streams," and so they'll never know.
That's gonna work well. Yeah. So let's move on to the Boston Celtics. They did a lot.
Kyrie, but gained Kemba.
Yeah. Lost Kyrie and gained Kemba.
Got Enos cancer.
Lost Al
Lost
Horford, but
Horford.
gained Cantor.
Honestly, that cancer move, like, they're not going to be playing defense a lot next year, but, they're just going to score enough points that they're going to not need to play defense. So it's okay.
Exactly.
Isn't that what the Nuggets did in like the 80s? They're like, okay, guys, if we can put up 150 points a game, we'll win. Other team scores 154.
Isn't the highest scoring game in NBA history was the Nuggets, and the Nuggets lost with 170 points? It was something freaking crazy.
Yeah.
How about, with the Celtics, you get Kemba, who I'm not sure if he's better than Kyrie, but in terms of a better leader and better off the court guy, without a doubt, he's not going to be passively aggressively.
I'd rather have Kemba at this point because I think he can be that leader of a team. He wants to win.
Anything's better than Kyrie at this point in terms of leadership.
Yeah.
But then again, Kyrie and KD are leading Brooklyn now. So
hey, it's not Brooklyn's turn. That's next.
Yeah.
Also, you could argue that maybe he was toxic, Kyrie was, in Boston because he didn't want to be there. So maybe now that he's in Brooklyn now, maybe that's a little bit better.
Was Kyrie ever toxic in Cleveland?
Yeah, like the first 2 weeks or something of the season, somebody says something to him and Kyrie's just like, suck my dick.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens to the best of us, Kyrie. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I think that Al Horford move is bigger than Kyrie, though.
Definitely.
Also to the 76ers.
Yeah.
That was their biggest rival.
Yeah. Because Al Horford shut Embiid down.
Sixers fans were scrubbing their tweets last night. They were scrubbing.
They were like,
trying to get rid of all the Al Horford slander.
Yeah, they were like, delete. First father-son duo in the NBA.
Oh, 6'10". On July 1st, Jordan Bell has agreed to a guaranteed deal with the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Oh.
The Warriors dynasty over?
Wait, how much?
It has not been classified yet, but Chris Haynes just reported it. I am Woj.
Because he's a restricted free agent, so
yeah.
When you can't get D'Lo, you might as well go for the second best Warriors player you can get, Jordan Bell.
If it's like $4 to $5 million a year, then I say the Warriors should definitely take him back. But I don't think it's gonna be. I think the Timberwolves are dumb.
Yeah,
the Timberwolves gave Wiggins that contract.
They don't have cap space though, right?
I think they'd probably just have the mid-level exception, honestly.
Yeah. All right, we'll get to that move.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry.
Yeah. So the Celtics.
Toasted, stop yelling at me, please.
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Kevin. I love you.
Love you too.
Yeah. They lost Terry Rozier, which I think everyone's happy about.
I'm pretty sure Terry Rozier's happy about that, considering how much money he got paid from the Hornets.
Oh my gosh, he got the bank.
What is Michael Jordan thinking?
Michael Jordan isn't thinking.
Michael Jordan thinks.
It's just he totally lowballed Kemba.
Yeah, definitely.
And then gives Terry Rozier that.
Yeah.
Does not make a single bit of sense.
Yeah. Marcus Morris still unsigned. The Celtics may make a move to get him back, though.
Yeah. I'm surprised he's still a free agent. I thought he would be done.
Well, he's probably looking for... I think everyone's waiting to see what Kawhi does at this point. Like, after that initial crop of free agents, it's kind of like where Kawhi goes now.
Yeah.
It's all in his hands right now.
Yeah. So I think that's why free agency is coming to a bit of a stag right now, is because everyone's waiting to see where Kawhi ends up.
But Kawhi is taking load management with his decision, so it's not like he cares.
Yeah. All right, so I think it's time to move on to the winners of free agency.
One of the winners.
No. I think in terms of like everything that happens, they're the like winners.
I say they're just one of, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
KD and Kyrie to Brooklyn, along with DeAndre Jordan.
I can't wait to watch KD play next season.
Like, it's so funny because everyone's getting so like hype around KD going to the Nets, but it's like he literally isn't going to play for another year.
Yeah.
And, like, we don't know how he's going to be. So it's going to be Kyrie and Dinwiddie and DeAndre and Jared Allen, which I don't understand how DeAndre and Jared Allen works, but that's neither here nor there.
Can you stop saying that, please? Oh my gosh.
Sorry. Gosh. But I mean, hey, their team is deep, so it'll be interesting how Kyrie does in his first year without KD, and then having to like give some of the reign over to KD when he comes back.
Yeah, I think the Knicks, whatever the Knicks did with DeAndre Jordan, like I was watching the jump last night, and obviously DeAndre Jordan was on the Knicks beforehand, so I think something happened on the Knicks, or DeAndre Jordan was like a spy. Where it was kind of like, okay, see how the Knicks are. They're like, see how the Knicks are, DJ, and he's like, okay, and then he reported back like, hey, this is a dumpster fire.
This ain't it, Chief.
This ain't it.
That makes sense, though.
Yeah, I mean, Durant and Kyrie were talking about playing since last season, not the one that like just finished, but the one before then. And apparently, KD wanted to go to the Knicks, but Kyrie didn't like what the Knicks were doing, and they didn't like the inner workings of the Knicks, so he convinced them to go to Brooklyn.
I mean, I would too.
Yes, amen.
Makes sense.
I mean, the Knicks didn't even offer KD the max.
Of course, I think that's like not a true and accurate report. I think because I don't know, because like they weren't even with KD in New York. Like they wouldn't even have gotten a meeting face to face with him. So I don't know. Woj went on Get Up and said something about it, but I didn't really care about it because I just still want to laugh at the Knicks, and I still just want to imagine the fact that they didn't offer KD a max. So
yeah,
even if that story is true, I don't want to say I condone their actions, but I understand.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It makes sense, but doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
all the Knicks fans are trying to use that as a defense for why they didn't, but they wouldn't be saying that if he signed there.
Yeah,
exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The Knicks, well, not the Knicks, but the Nets, they did lose DeMar Carroll, who was a decent 3-and-D guy to the Spurs. Perfect Spurs player. They lost Ed Davis, which off the bench is a big piece.
And then they're going to lose Rondé Hollis-Jefferson because they renounced his rights.
They didn't even make a qualifying. Like, that was like a long time ago. That was on June 17th.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I'm just letting the people know.
Nets also traded Alan Crabb for Taurean Prince, so we can see what happens there.
Well, yeah, Taurean Prince is a good small forward off the bench. Well, starting this year. I think he's up for an extension, and that's why I think the Hawks traded him. They're like, we don't want to pay you. Leave.
Yeah. Well, and the Nets were getting the Hawks their pick this year, and then I think a lottery protected pick next year, which probably turns into an unprotected the year after that. So
yeah,
I mean, you got to take that through the Hawks.
All right, we don't talk about the Nets.
Yep.
I think.
All right, let's move on to the losers of free agency.
Oh my god,
the Charlotte Hornets.
Oh man,
Charlotte fans have permission to move teams. Yes. Like just to have permission to be a fan of somebody else.
Yeah.
One thing I must say about the Hornets, Kemba is a very good player, but for any other team, the amount of money they could have offered is not worth it. But if you are the Charlotte Hornets, you have to make that move for Kemba. That is your franchise player. And you end up just spending money elsewhere, add another horrible contract onto your books in Terry Rozier.
They were just stuck in no man's land, like every low market, mid market team, whatever, small market team. There we go.
Yeah.
They really were just stuck in no man's land. Like you have the best player in the history of your franchise. And I mean, it would have been one thing if Kemba just declined the Supermax from the Hornets.
Right.
But they offered him not even anywhere near that.
And I'm sure after that, he immediately knew he was out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but now looking at the Hornets, like, who's their best player?
I guess.
Cody Zeller?
Nicholas Batum?
No, it might be Terry Rozier. Not going to lie.
Well, according to NBA 2K, he is currently he's like tied for like the 6th best or 4th best.
Oh.
Well, thank you for that knowledge.
I'm just letting you know.
Thank you. Very cool.
But the Hornets,
they also lost Jeremy Lamb.
Yeah, they lost Jeremy Lamb. And And they lost Frank Kaminsky, which I don't think anyone's mad that they're losing Frank Kaminsky. Never forget.
Michael Jordan is.
Never forget. Michael Jordan turned down all those picks.
They didn't even extend the qualifying
from Danny
offer
Ainge to draft Frank Kaminsky.
Yeah, they didn't even extend the qualifying offer.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah.
And I'm sure the Hornets are hoping that Monk and Bridges and Bacon and all of them just have this amazing season. I'm sure, knowing NBA Twitter, everybody will be like, was Kemba the problem if they end up, their young players end up actually being good for once?
Yeah.
That's what they're hoping, but
a lot of stock is going into them. And let's see how that goes for them. And I'm all here for it. And they also drafted PJ Washington, so see how he does. But if I'm the Hornets, I don't play Batum. I don't play Marvin Williams. I don't play anyone that's over the age of like 27.
Yeah.
Just let the young guys run it.
Yeah, definitely.
Pay Batum $100 million to sit out.
Yeah, that was a stupid contract, but that's 2016 for you, or 2015, 2016. Yeah, Marvin Williams, Michael Kidd, it's just toxic. They're bad contracts all around.
Yeah.
Like, they're decent bench players, but like
they're definitely in no man's land, which is where no small market team wants to be.
Yeah. So I think we can move on now.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, we're gonna move on to
Chicago.
The Chicago Bulls.
The Bulls.
The Bulls actually did like a decent job in free agency.
They got Thaddeus Young. They got Thomas Satoransky.
They got Thad.
And that's all I know. That's all I can think of.
I think,
though.
Yeah, I think they got Thad. They got Thad Young. They got Satoransky. I thought they got somebody else.
I don't think so.
I don't necessarily remember. I know Satoransky and.
Yeah, it looks like it's just Satoransky and
Satoransky and Thad.
Yeah.
So far, at least.
Yeah.
They could still move Chris Dunn. I think this offseason will be a huge W.
Yeah, they are.
They have to.
Yeah, they're trying to. Yeah,
they got Kobe White and Satoransky now.
Yeah, Satoransky. They got Kobe White. They lost Robin Lopez, though, who was very respectable.
Yeah, they got Wendell Carter.
Yeah, so Laurie's probably going to slide the center, I can imagine. Thad Young starts at power forward.
Well, they did draft Daniel Gafford.
Is Wendell not starting?
Oh, yeah, they do have Wendell. So are they going to bring Thad Young off the bench, or?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. He's pretty good.
That's a good player off the bench.
If there's any Bulls fans that want to know what Thad Young is going to bring every night, I know nobody cares about this in the podcast right now. With any Bulls fans, listen.
All right, guys, let's move on to the Cavaliers.
I'm passionate about Mr. Thad Young. Okay, Thad is gonna bring it every single night, dude. He does stuff that doesn't show up in a box score. You're gonna be like, oh, he only scored 4 points and grabbed 6 rebounds and all this stuff. But he was the glue that kept the Pacers together last season. Without him,
he was the Andrew Bogut of the Pacers.
Hey, listen, like without him, we would have lost a lot more games than we did. And
without him, you guys would have lost in the first round.
Wait. It's just like, listen, I am so happy for Thad. 3 years, $41 million for him. Pacers definitely were going to pay him that money, but super happy for Thad. You get a guy that's going to work hard every single night. And I mean, he gets to mentor Markkanen and Wendell Carter Jr. and Denzel Valentine. And if Denzel Valentine comes back, which I think he will come back, and Zach LaVine, and so Bulls low key going in a really nice direction.
You forgot Otto Porter.
Well,
the Wizards did too. Don't worry.
It's Otto Porter. I think.
Yeah.
I think we're okay.
Yeah.
He's getting paid $27
million. So what you're saying is Thad Young is just Al Horford, but named Thad Young.
Yes, and smaller. Pretty much.
Okay. So, next, we're going to go to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Cleveland!
This is for
you! Okay, I do nothing. I do not appreciate the disrespect.
Fine. Would you like the floor?
You're the only one that's allowed to talk for the Cavs,
you have the floor. Yeah.
The Cleveland Cavaliers made so many moves in free agency so far. They signed nobody to a $0, 0-year contract. This is the steal of free agency.
Well,
according to what I'm looking at, the only player that the Cavs targeted was TLC.
Timothy Luwawu Cabarro.
Listen, we have a full roster already. We don't really need anybody. We drafted. It's not like
you have the cap space to really work with. So
yeah.
But hey, you got Darius Garland, and you're probably getting JR back unless they can find a trade partner for him.
Or he's going to be waived. Yeah, he's going to be cut.
You know what other team has no cap space though?
Everyone.
The Detroit Pistons.
Oh wow, a great segue.
Wow.
Actually, not really.
I've been practicing.
Dallas is before Detroit.
Yeah.
Let's stick with the East first, and then we could go into the West.
No, I want to go in alphabetical order.
Let's go alphabetical East and then alphabetical West.
No.
All right, so the Dallas Mavericks. All right.
I'm quitting. Goodbye.
It's okay. So the Dallas Mavericks. All right.
Traded for Dragic, then didn't.
Yeah, that was weird, but it makes sense because his contract was too large with what they wanted to do in free agency still, and then
traded for Kelly Olynyk and Darren Jones Jr. and then they didn't.
Yeah. So they give Porzingis that huge contract.
Yeah, they had to.
They had to. That was an obvious signing for them. You still got Doncic.
They re-signed Maxi Kleber, the second coming of Dirk.
And they brought Seth Curry back, who spent not this past season, but 2016-17 in Dallas.
Yeah. Good signing for sure.
4 years, 32 mil. I mean, when you look at their point guard situation, they brought back Barea. So, point guard, starting point guard possibly. Yeah. They got Jalen Brunson and Trey Burke, I don't think is under contract next year, so I have to resign him. But then
Trey Burke's
Seth Curry,
free agent. Yeah, they're probably gonna end up starting Seth.
I would, yeah.
Yeah, either start Seth at shooting guard or something, or start him at point guard.
But Tim Hardaway Jr. is a shooting guard. Yeah.
True. Luka's gonna be the one handling ball most of the time, so really exactly. You just need a shooter at point guard, and Seth Curry does exactly that. You can put the ball in Doncic's hands and you can let KP sit in the corner so he doesn't injure himself again. You can let Seth shoot the ball a few times a game, and Luka just ISOs.
I mean, if we're just keeping it real, there's no point in saying point guard, shooting guard in today's NBA. As long as you get a 5-man lineup, that's really all that matters.
Yeah, 5-man
really
lineup,
positionless.
Yeah, positionless as long as somebody can handle the ball.
Update: Jordan Bell to the Wolves is 1 year, $1.6 million.
Oh.
Is Bell not unrestricted or
no? He is. They can match.
Okay, if he's 1.6 million,
they should match.
There's no possible reason why they should not match.
Exactly.
Yeah,
because they're gonna need all the bodies on off the bench,
and big men, especially big men. Because right now, I mean, we let's just wait till Golden State.
Yeah. Dwight Powell did opt in and got an extension. I think it's 3 years.
It's 3 years, 33 mil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just building a team. They are doing the white people only challenge in real life.
Yeah, Barea, Seth Curry's anyway. Okay, so the Denver Nuggets.
Kristaps, Olynyk, Kleber.
They don't have Olynyk.
They don't have Olynyk. That's awkward.
Okay, pause. Kevin. Okay, moving on to the Dallas Mavericks. No. Moving on to the Denver Nuggets.
A max contract for Jamal Murray already.
Oh man. Oh.
5 years, $170 million extension.
Yeah.
It worth it?
No.
I mean, he's 22 though.
Right.
They're banking on him becoming even better.
He has shown flashes of doing that.
Andrew Wiggins.
I mean,
Jamal has shown significant improvement each season.
Definitely.
I feel right now it's really not fair to look at this deal, but in the middle of that contract, I think it could really be worth it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Given that they already have Jokic locked up, now they have him locked up. They have Millsap. I think that was smart having him opt in because they want that cap room next year.
Right. They need to pay.
Yeah, they might have enough for him to maybe open up like another max slot, but I don't know who would want to go to Denver. But
well, the thing is, like when they picked up his option,
yeah,
I was really confused because I was like, that's 30 mil that you could spend on other pieces. But maybe they already knew that they weren't going to get some of their free agents that they wanted. So they're like, you know what? Who cares? Millsap, just come back. And then maybe next year they can work out a smaller, longer deal. Like, and that's definitely what I thought they would do. I thought they would either decline it and work out a longer deal or decline it and then go get, improvements there. Cause I mean, Millsap, I feel like he would take a longer deal. He would definitely prefer that. But
what would he get paid? Honestly, like 30 million probably isn't too much above what he'd get in the free market. I'm guessing something a little bit less than what Al Horford got. They're kind of like around like the same, I wouldn't say type of player, but type of impact where it's more non-box score than actual box score.
I would not have given Paul Millsap Al Horford's contract.
That I said a little bit below, probably like
even a lot of bit below. I'm giving
Harrison
him like
Barnes.
10 mil.
No, Harrison Barnes got 4 years ADA. Paul Millsap would probably get like 20 million a year.
But the Nuggets are smart.
Yeah, but maybe not the Nuggets to re-sign him. Anyways,
Nuggets should definitely be a contender in the West next year, though.
Yeah, their free agent addition is mainly just Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah,
that's their new player.
Yeah, exactly. Because he's actually going to be healthy this year.
Yeah,
the Nuggets are going to be good for a very long time now.
Yes, they are. They got Bol in the draft at a steal in the second round. They have
if he's healthy.
Even if he's not healthy, you take the flyer on that.
Yeah, I mean they got Murray who's 22, Monty Morris who's 24, Gary Harris is 24, Malik Beasley's 22. Like this team is young and they're gonna be here for a while. Hopefully,
yeah, I hope so.
If things go according to plan. Michael Porter Jr. is only 21, and people just forget about him and how good he was at Missouri and in high school.
Yeah,
and middle school.
Scat middle schoolers now.
Yes.
I mean,
speaking of middle schoolers, let's go to the Detroit Pistons.
Wait, no, 1 second. Did you know there's like this scouting website where they scout people from like kindergarten up?
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, they scout like they're like the class of 2062's brand new fetus point guard. He can handle the ball well and dribble, and maybe he'll develop a 3-point shot.
Well, the draft pick that the Warriors sent to the Nets is in 8th grade right now. So
to the Nets. Oh no, to the Grizzlies.
Really? I don't know.
Okay, so moving on to the Detroit Pistons.
Derrick Rose?
They became Chicago's second favorite team.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago's son, Derrick Rose, got a 2 years, $16 million, right? $8 million a year, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. No, it's like it's 2 years, 15 mil, 7.5 mil per. But I mean, $500,000 to them is like a penny for me. So
yeah,
I think it's a really good signing.
Definitely.
You have Blake Griffin and Drummond there with Derrick Rose as the ball handler. I think that is a great upgrade. They still have Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, he's okay.
But Derrick Rose on that team, I think we see some good numbers put up.
I mean, and there's one thing we have to mention with the Pistons. They are interested in JaVale McGee.
Ooh. JaVale and Zaz on the same team, possibly?
Ooh, the 1-2 punch single-handedly took down Kemba.
I think Zaz
not Kemba, but oh my gosh, not Kawhi. Eventually, Kemba. Yeah, they also signed Tim Frazier.
I just don't know who's gonna handle the ball for the Pistons between Rose and Jackson. Like people are like, "Oh yeah, Derrick Rose, such a good signing, bro." But it's like you still have Reggie Jackson, who's not a bad player whatsoever. So it's like, are they going to run Jackson at the 1, Rose at the 2? I mean,
they may bring Rose off the. They may bring Rose off the bench.
Rose $6 million a year.
He excelled off the bench last year. Yeah, I think it's a good place to keep him.
For sure.
Or does he start over Luke Kennard?
I think he started Luke Kennard. He's a sharpshooter. He got better at the end of the year. Luke Kennard. He'll probably be pretty decent next year.
Yo, the Pistons' second unit would actually look like super nice next year. Like Derrick Rose, Langston Galloway, GR3.
Nah, GR3 isn't going to come back.
Yeah.
I thought he signed for next year.
No, they declined his team option.
Yeah, they declined his team option.
Dude, I need to start paying attention.
Gosh, darn it.
Speaking about paying attention, the team I've been paying attention to is the Warriors. So I'll talk about them.
Oh my gosh. The
Man,
Warriors.
Go completely out the way.
Look at these, man. Nice. All right.
Okay. Kevin, you got the floor.
Okay, thank you. So, the Warriors. Yeah, so the Warriors have lost Kevin Durant. It was kind of not surprising whatsoever, but it's okay. But the surprising part about losing Kevin Durant is that we were able to the Warriors were able to sign and trade for D'Angelo Russell and give him the max contract, which, I mean, if Jamal Murray deserves the max contract, D'Angelo Russell deserves the max contract.
Definitely.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I guess.
But now with the Warriors, we want to dump Sean Livingston's contract. Sorry. The Warriors want to dump Sean Livingston's contract, which will give the Warriors $18 million under the hard cap to sign everybody else in the team. And let me just look who's under contract right now. So there's Curry, Clay, D'Lo, Draymond, Damian Jones, Jacob Evans, and Alfonso McKinney. And that's all.
It's Jacob Evans time.
Jacob Evans.
Jacob Evans.
Yeah. Steve Kerr's been saying he might play point guard next season.
Do you see Boogie coming back?
No, we can't afford him.
No, I could see him coming back on then possibly.
He's gonna get a $15 million contract
from who? The cap. There's only 3 teams with over $10 million in cap room left.
Yeah, and one of them is gonna be desperate.
It's the Lakers, Clippers, and Mavs.
Yo, ready? When Kawhi does not sign with the Lakers, DeMarcus Cousins will be a Laker for, I'm going to say it's a 2-year contract. That's my prediction.
I don't think that's a bad idea. If they strike out, I mean...
Or if they even land Kawhi, AD could be like, hey, if you're just down for taking like a little less, like...
He's not down to take a little less.
$4 million again, you know?
Don't the Warriors still have their mid-level exception too?
They should.
Oh no, they only have the biannual tax player, don't they?
Oh yeah, because
they're super close to the hard cap right now.
Yeah,
so it's going to be tough for the Warriors to sign anybody. So if Jordan Bell's contract is only $1.6 million, then that's an easy match. Hopefully they could get Looney back and just fill out the team with the vets on the min.
I have to hand it to Bob Myers. This man
won't die.
Yeah, this man goes out and loses Kevin Durant. He's like, well, okay. Hey, D'Lo, want to come to our team?
Even though there's reports that the Warriors are going to trade D'Angelo Russell.
I don't think that's true. I think if you read the tweet carefully, I think it's from Mark Stein. It says that they are expected to. It's not from the Warriors directly.
Yeah.
Another team that was expected to trade their star point guard was the Houston Rockets. Who wants to talk about that?
No, because no one would want that contract for Chris Paul. Nope.
Only teams that you could trick into taking that don't have enough space.
Yeah, a.k.a. the Hornets.
So I don't think Houston is going to be any different unless they can somehow get rid of Capella and try to get, I don't know who it would be to.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, there's no point in them trying to switch things up if we're just keeping it real, because the Warriors were the biggest pain in their side for the last 2-3 years, and now the Warriors aren't the Warriors anymore. So just go for it, because you can argue if the Warriors, if they're not in existence, you could argue that the Rockets have a championship.
Yeah, I see that. I don't think that, like you said, the Rockets, since the Warriors aren't there, there's no need to change.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. They brought back Gerald Green. They brought back Austin Rivers.
Daniel House got paid.
Apparently, Kyrie wants Shumpert in Brooklyn.
What?
And then they still have to sign Kenneth Faried if they even bring him back. And then they Daniel House.
3 years, $11 million for Daniel House.
That was a good deal from them. That was a good deal for Daniel House. He bet on himself and he got rewarded.
And then Nene declined his option.
Yeah,
I feel like the Rockets just targeted every old Warrior.
Honestly,
Daniel House, JaVale McGee, Kevin Looney, went for all of them. I think Garrett Temple is a Warrior too, and they went after him. I think he was. I might be tripping, but I don't know.
You probably are, if we're just keeping it real.
Let me see. Hold up. I feel like he was a Warrior. I think he was. Maybe he was just a King. I don't know.
Time to check to see who is a Warrior. Today's brand new game show. Will you win losing to the Warriors every year?
No, I was wrong. I lied. April Fool's.
Oh.
That's awkward.
Yeah, he was just a King.
All right. It's time, ladies and gentlemen, for the moments. That's going to be the greatest of this podcast. Me breaking down
The Los Angeles Clippers.
The future powerhouses of the East. I'm kidding. We're really not going to be the future powerhouses of the East, but Indiana Pacers. All right.
If you're watching on YouTube, we will have a timestamp that you could skip until the end of.
Thank you, Kevin, for doing that. So nice.
Oh, you're welcome.
Like 3 hours. All right. So going into this offseason, apparently Bogey was the front office is like, yes, we got to get him. We got to sign him back. And apparently they were going to offer him like a 3-year, $50 million. And then the Jazz came in with like what, 4 years, 78, something like that.
They just came with a wad of cash and just like, take it. And Bogey was like,
I am so glad that we did not try to mess with that. So glad Pritchard was like, all right, listen, we're not messing with that because listen, I love me some Bojan Bogdanovic. I went to game 3 against the Cavs when he went off and had the 4-point play and had the deep 3. All right. Like he will forever be in my great Pacers memories. All right. But
there's only like 3 great Pacers memories.
Okay. All right. Listen, not everyone gets lucky into winning 3 championships. All right.
It's not luck. It's hiring the right people. They make the right moves. Boom.
Nah, but I mean, hey, when Bojan gets done with his contract, I mean, his final year, he's going to be 33, making 18 mil, and he'll be on the wrong side of 30. And I can see what the Pacers are doing. All right. So they let Thad walk. Yeah. He's now with the Bulls. They let Corey Joseph walk. He's now with the Kings. Who got like a 3-year, 31 mil deal for them, I think.
Yeah,
which
like
I don't
10
know.
million a year. That's what I
listen,
getting.
I love Corey Joseph. He was great. I don't know what he did to deserve a 3-year, 31 mil, but I'm not going to sit here and trash talk another man about his money. All right.
I mean, Ricky Rubio got 50 million.
Dear Lord, I am so glad. Oh my God. I did not want Rubio on this team. And I think what the Pacers did was they kind of were like, yep, we're all in on Rubio. So that way the Suns could overpay for him. Guarantee you that that's what happened because I guarantee you that the Pacers weren't going to pay him that much money. But in terms of free agents that they did get, all right, Malcolm Brogdon, you could argue is the second biggest free agency signing in Pacers history, only behind David West. You really could argue that.
That is sad.
Okay.
Your second biggest signing in history, you had to overpay a ton.
No.
$85 million? The man, like, I know he's
50, 40, 90 last year.
Yeah, 50, 40, 90 last year. But for Brock, I don't know. That's just that number.
I feel like that's a fair salary. I'll give him that.
It is.
I think
he's only 26.
True.
He's entering his prime.
He is entering his prime.
So you get Brogdon. Obviously, they traded for T.J. Warren. They basically stole T.J. Warren from the Suns.
Oh my gosh, that was
and then you signed Jeremy Lamb, who I've wanted Brogdon on the Pacers for quite some time, and I've like low key wanted Jeremy Lamb for quite some time. I mean, both guys are coming off of career years.
Half court shot season.
Yeah, Jeremy Lamb hit a half court shot to win a game, so therefore Pacers are going to be champions next year. Like that's all I'm saying. But when we're talking about the grand scheme of things, if we just take a step back and we take a look at how this team's going to be, Vic's not going to be back until December or January. So
probably
that's kind of like what's the starting lineup going to be. And honestly, I can see Brogdon moving to the point. I can see Jeremy Lamb starting at the 2 and then Warren, Sabonis, and Miles because they want Sabonis and Miles to start playing together, which I see what the Pacers are doing, though. They're getting rid of all the old guys, and they're lining up Vic and Miles and Sabonis with guys that are like around their same age. Like Miles is 23, Sabonis is 23, and Vic's 27, and they just got a 26-year-old, a 25-year-old, and a 27-year-old. So like
they're bringing in that young blood, on long contracts so that they can compete for hopefully years to come.
Hopefully, man. I am.
And another team that wants to compete for years to come is the Los Angeles Clippers.
They've got Mo Harkless. That's all.
And Patrick Beverley.
Patrick Beverley resigned 3 years, 40. They're just waiting on Kawhi at this point.
Everyone's waiting for Kawhi. So
hurry up, Kawhi.
Next, Lakers. Lakers are waiting on Kawhi. They signed
Troy Daniels. Oh my God, yo! Shams called Troy Daniels an elite shooter in his tweet. Now, no disrespect to Troy Daniels, he's a good shooter. Well, what? But when I think of elite shooters, no,
Steph Curry,
Clay, KD, like not.
He shot 38%.
I'm looking. I mean, he shot
38%.
Yeah, 38% from three. Let's see. He shot 40% in 17-18, 38. So he's around 39. He's like a 40% shooter, let's say. We'll round up. 40% shooter. I wouldn't say that's elite, but I would say that's very good. A very good spot-up shooter.
Above average.
Yes, above average.
But you also got to remember, he was just on a team. Like, he was on the Suns, and he did absolutely nothing for a terrible team.
Yeah.
And now,
so is he going to magically become a god on a good team? I don't think so.
I mean, with LeBron, you never know.
LeBron's going to get him open shots.
Yeah, he might very well start.
They're going to bring back KCP.
Maybe.
Clutch sports.
Ooh, good point. The LeBron connection.
Honestly, I think
KCP's going to sign a minimum, and then LeBron's be like, here's $11 million for Space Jam.
Exactly. KCP and Rondo, I think, are going to come back. I personally think the Lakers are going to get Kawhi. And I think they're going to bring back Rondo. They're going to bring back KCP. They might bring Lance on a veteran minimum. Pau Gasol's still a free agent. He said that he still wants to play. I mean, bringing Pau back to the Lakers, like, I'm just saying.
Do you think that the Lakers have a chance of getting Andre Iguodala from the next team that we're about to talk about?
The Memphis Grizzlies.
My turn. All right. We have done a great job.
Though. Oh my God.
We have done a great job in this free agency so far. Jonas Valanciunas declined his option and he re-signed with us on a very respectable, I believe it's around 40, I think 3 years, $45 million on a declining scale, where we pay him 16 the first year, 15 the second, and around 14 the third. A very team-friendly deal. Jonas gets his additional years, and we get a little bit less average annual value. The Grizzlies they traded Mike Conley for some picks. They got a large trade exception with that. I think around $20 million or so. Then they took that trade exception and they went out to the Warriors and helped them facilitate the D'Angelo Russell trade. And they got a pick back in 2024. Now, that is 5 years down the road, and a lot can change on a team in 5 years. It's a very good pickup for taking on Andre Iguodala's salary. And that's really all they did so far. DeLon Wright is there something wrong?
There's nothing wrong.
No, we're just listening.
Oh.
We're listening.
Okay. Let's see, where was I?
DeLon Wright.
Okay. So DeLon Wright, he's a restricted free agent right now. They're gonna try to re-sign him. They may have to do some cap maneuvers though. So now they have Iguodala, I believe Iguodala, Avery Bradley, and let's see, Avery Bradley and Kyle Korver are all on partially guaranteed contracts. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they do.
Another team will be interesting to see what they do with the Miami Heat next season.
Oh my gosh, the Miami just
the Heat, man.
The Heat.
They really brought the Heat to free agency, am I right?
So Dragic opted in, Whiteside opted in. They moved him to Portland. We'll get to that move later. You get Jimmy.
Yeah. They had to protect Whiteside, so they shipped him to the farthest point possible.
Pat Riley knew Jimmy Butler was actually going to murder he was actually going to murder Whiteside. Like, he knew
Jimmy Butler was going to murder Jimmy Butler.
Yes.
Confirmed.
I mean, honestly, being with Whiteside every day, I think I'd do that too.
Yeah. But Pat Riley was like, okay, we got to send Whiteside somewhere. What if we send them to the farthest city possible for Miami? Brilliant.
Amen.
What we need to find out is how long it takes until Jimmy Butler requests a trade.
Honestly.
So we ran a poll on Choke Industries earlier today, where So
Wait,
Whiteside did
hey,
get
Toasted, what is Choke Industries? Can you please explain to us what that is?
At Choke Industries on Twitter?
at Choke Industries. Oh, you mean
At Choke
like,
Industries on YouTube, where this podcast will be uploaded?
Ooh. If you want to see people shit post, follow Choke Industries, where we try to spice up the NBA with some funny tweets. Yeah, that's really all. So we ran a poll where Whiteside's gone. Jimmy Butler needs a new target. So there's 3 potential options. Well, there was 4. So Dion Waiters, Kelly Olynyk, or Justice Winslow.
It's got to be Dion.
Dion Waiters got almost 50% of the votes.
Thank God.
Dion is gonna get murdered by Jimmy Butler.
I cannot wait.
Jimmy Butler is pulling the plug on Waiters Island. They are gonna sink.
So we look at the Heat though. Dragic with Waiters and
Dragic's getting traded.
Tyler Hero. He is?
They're gonna try to find a suitor for him.
I thought that they weren't gonna try to. Oh wait, no, they're still under the. They're still over something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they still have to make a trade. I think. Waiters, Justice Winslow could play point because he played point like towards
Jimmy Butler's gonna play
last
point.
year.
Obviously.
Honestly, Jimmy's just gonna play all 5 positions.
Yeah, Jimmy's going to play all 5 positions. Jimmy Butler's going to play 48 minutes a game. He's going to have the ball area possession. He's going to average 45 points a game, and he's going to lose by an average margin of 30.
And he's going to flirt with Gabrielle Union while doing it.
Ooh, good point. And Wade's going to come back for the first game and be like, I'm retiring. And everyone's going to be like, no.
I mean, hey, Wade tweeted that he would only come back if Jimmy came to the Heat. And Jimmy's on the Heat.
Now that Jimmy's in South Beach, though, we should go talk about Lake Michigan and the Milwaukee Bucks.
Okay, that was weak.
Wait
I'm sorry.
Wait a second.
That was weak.
They both had water, okay?
Yeah.
They both have water.
Well, I would hope so.
What does Milwaukee have? Water?
Not the Pistons.
All right, the Bucks though. Are we agreeing to be done with the Heat?
Yeah.
George Hill getting paid.
They had to though.
Yeah,
because they lost Brogdon.
Yeah. Middleton got close to the max.
Jeez, Middleton's
5 years,
contract.
$178 million. They had
That's another one of those Charlotte Hornets Kemba situations. It's a bad contract for any other team, but the Bucks had to do it.
Yeah. Mirotic got paid. He got deported to the EuroLeague and ended up getting a 6-year, $78 million contract tax-free.
Crazy.
Which is just insane, yeah.
That is insane. Mirotic gets to go live in Spain now and get paid a little bit less than what Steph Curry makes in a season after taxes. It is insane. Mirotic has, I don't know, he's about to be a god. He's going to be 6-time MVP.
And then, and with the EuroLeague, they have shorter seasons too.
Yeah.
So, all in all, win for Mirotic. We wish him nothing but the best in the EuroLeague. But back to the NBA, though, Brooke Lopez, Robin Lopez are on the same team for the first time since college. I think everyone can rejoice on that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
It's going to be a treat for all media members and fans everywhere.
Except mascots. Mascots beware. Yeah.
But, I mean, when you look at their team, you can argue that they got worse because, I mean, I feel like they did.
They definitely got worse because they lost Brogdon.
You lose Brogdon and Mirotic. So now you have Bledsoe and George Hill. Who knows if George Hill can do what he did in the playoffs in terms of his production?
Who knows if Bledsoe can be what he wasn't in the playoffs?
Like, who's their starting shooting guard? What? Pat Connaughton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, actually, Middleton. Sorry.
Middleton.
Middleton, then Giannis. But then at power forward, are you going to start Ilyasova?
They may.
Because if so, you're going to get destroyed by those Sixers.
Well, no, Ilyasova can stretch the floor, though, and that's good for Giannis.
I know, but
yeah,
if you're going to tell me Sixers Bucks, I'm going to say Al Horford's going to destroy Ilyasova.
Yeah, but they have to get there first.
And they might not be done making moves. Obviously, they're not going to be done.
A team that's definitely done making moves.
We are not done yet. Let us finish the Bucks.
We're done with the Bucks.
They re-signed Brooke Lopez.
Well, I said Brooke Lopez and Robin Lopez on the same team.
Yes. Oh. So let's go to Timberwolves toasting.
Okay. Welcome to the Timberwolves. man, the NBA was just like, no, Timberwolves, we want D'Lo. NBA, no.
The Timberwolves really thought they could get rid of Wiggins' contract. They really thought. It's hilarious.
Yeah, they're like, guys, we can trade Wiggins. NBA, lol.
Crickets. So Teague opted in. They have Culver, who I think is going to be a really good player for them. Wiggins, they're gonna have to do some. They're gonna have to do some relationship building with Wiggins now.
They lost D Rose and Taj Gibson.
Yeah. They lost the LeBron stopper.
Oh my gosh.
It's just sorry, Timberwolves fans. At least you have Cat, but you're gonna piss away his prime.
At least you have Gorgie Jang.
How long till Cat requests a trade? How many years?
I give him a year and a half.
Year and a half? I'd say 2 years. Wait till the off season. Because they're stuck. They're stuck in the gutter.
A team that's no longer stuck in the gutter is New Orleans Pelicans.
Yo, Pelicans though.
The Pelicans actually may make the playoffs.
David Griffin deserves a statue, even if
David Griffin gets a statue.
How is it possible to win Executive of the Year before the season even starts?
Exactly. Just with the hand he was dealt with the AD thing, and to go into next season with a lineup of Lonzo, Drew, Brandon Ingram, Zion, and Okafor or Jackson Hayes. I think Okafor.
Did you forget about? Did you
with JJ Redick off the bench?
Redick start.
Etwan Moore, Josh Hart. They might maybe bring Stanley Johnson back. I don't think they will. Derek Favors.
Derek Favors. They got him for
Favors is a good player. Listen, this team is going to be really just honestly really fun to watch. And I like what David Griffin's doing. He's not, doing the whole Cavs with LeBron where it's just him. Yeah. Like he has players around him to succeed, and Zion doesn't have to be the savior of the franchise. Like he's got, Favors and Ingram and Holiday and Redick and Hart and Lonzo and Jaleel and Jackson Hayes. It's like he's got all these guys around him. He doesn't have to, do everything for the team to be successful.
Yeah. They made it clear from the start that, David Griffin made it clear from the start that, Drew, this is your team.
Yeah.
They're going to be a fun competitor next season. The West is very deep, though. I still think they're probably going to make the playoffs just because of the depth they have and the amount of lineups they can play. Alvin Gentry, the man can coach.
Yeah.
He's a very good coach when he's given the right pieces. And this team's going to be a fun team to watch. And I think that's the most important thing as a fan. Also, they lost
Julius Randle.
They lost Zion with a jumper.
They lost Julius Randle to our next team, the Knicks.
Yo, the New York Knicks, man. Woo! Okay, listen. I have been waiting for this moment for a long time.
You can wait a little longer because we're going on the Thunder now.
Oh. All right, listen. All right. Knicks fans, I'm gonna keep this short. All right. I'm gonna keep this extremely short, and then everyone can say what they want to about the Knicks. All right. Y'all spent a whole damn year saying Zion, KD, and Kyrie. You strike one Zion, all right? But it's like, oh no, Kyrie and KD are still coming to the Knicks. We're entitled, even though we've been the laughingstock of the league for 6 years, bro. And you don't get either of them, and they go to the city across the bridge in Brooklyn. That is the equivalent of the Clippers if they got Kawhi and AD, and the Lakers didn't. Like, just to put that into perspective for people. And then, it's one thing to lose out on these free agents. It's another thing to trash Kevin Durant after literally idolizing the dude for the past year. People are wishing that his injury is a career-ending injury, and I'm like, are you serious?
Yo, hold up. Let me just bring up for a second. If you are wishing on Kevin Durant's injury being career-ending, you just need to go. There's no place for you.
Nah.
I don't know if a specific person listens to the podcast, but I think you guys know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, and then, it's bad enough that James Dolan had to put out a statement about
gosh, that was depressing.
That's embarrassing. You put out a statement? about not getting the two biggest free agents if you don't count Kawhi. Like, just totally embarrassing for the team. And then on top of all of that, all right, you don't sign not one, not two, but 3 front court players. Great job. But of course, I will say they were smart. They gave Randall a 3-year with a team option for the third. Taj, 2 years with a team option for the second. Bobby Portis, 2 years with a team option for the second. Same with Wayne Ellington and Reggie Bullock. So, like,
2 max slots in 2021.
So, I mean, they
Giannis to the Knicks.
They're definitely smart with the whole team option thing. I think that is one smart thing that they did. But, oh boy, I am so happy that they didn't. Like, Knicks fans don't deserve Durant and Kyrie. They don't, especially after what is happening now that they didn't sign. How they're just shit talking, both of them, saying like, "Oh, you couldn't handle this. You couldn't handle the lights of the mecca of basketball." Just take the L and move on. Like, it's honestly annoying at this point. But Knicks fans, you have permission to be a Nets fan.
One thing I will say about the Knicks, I know you guys are probably going to clown them for this, but they are right when they say they do have a bright future.
Yes.
I do think that signing Randall was a really good signing. It wasn't a crazy contract. It wasn't a really good one, but it wasn't a horrible one either. I think he's coming off a really good year. I think the Knicks is the perfect place for him to shine, or not. It depends on how he plays. I do think RJ, without having a Durant or a Kyrie, can finally turn into the player they want him to be. You know, they don't have to worry about him being in somebody's shadow the whole time.
Yeah.
I think Dennis Smith Jr. can do his thing with Frank also there. Mitchell Robinson is also somebody I feel can be that guy at the center position for them, you know, for the rest of his time there. I don't think it's a huge L. I think the only L they took was the hype that they bought into.
Yep.
I'm sure. I feel the media played a huge part in that.
Definitely.
They saw a few Knicks fans talking about KD and Kyrie, and then they just they just magnified it, and everybody bought into the hype. And when it didn't happen, it just looked really bad for them.
Yeah.
I still think there's a future there. You shouldn't be too upset with everything that happened. But this should be your lesson to not buy into that hype anymore.
Don't buy into the Knicks hype.
Just because you are in New York, there's also another team who just made the playoffs. It's a better situation, better player. Well, you can argue better. Yeah, the better players.
Definitely better players.
Yeah.
You can't blame those players for not wanting to come to the Knicks. Just don't buy into that hype anymore. Carmelo Anthony was the only one that wanted the Knicks.
And he got absolutely trashed towards the end of his time there.
So, and somebody who didn't want Carmelo Anthony was the Thunder.
No. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. All right, Moutier's 23. They're not bringing him back, so I don't know why I mentioned him. But Dennis Smith Jr., 21. Elfrid Payton, 25. Ntilikina, if he actually learns how to play basketball, he's 20. You get RJ Barrett, who's 19.
He can play defense.
Dodson's 25. Trier's 23. Knox is 19. Ignas Brazdeikis, however you pronounce his name, he's 20. Julius Randle, 24. Vonleh, 23. Like, they got a lot of young guys. Portis, 24. Mitchell Robinson, 21. Like, very young core, and as much as everyone's going to clown them, they made good signings, and they're headed in a right direction. I don't know if it's the right direction, but they're headed in a right direction. I don't know
if you're in the Knicks. Can you go in the wrong direction at this point?
Honestly, they traded Kristaps. Well, okay. The last thing about the Knicks. All right, people are going to say they traded Kristaps for 2 max slots and they didn't get anybody. Kristaps requested a trade, so they had to trade him regardless. Mm-hmm. So people are going to clown them for trading Kristaps, but he didn't even want to be there in the first place, and I don't blame him.
Yeah. Well, you could clown the Knicks for not them being so dysfunctional that Kristaps
didn't want to be there. They also waived Lance Thomas, the longest tenured Knick.
Yeah.
So now Frank is the longest tenured.
Wait. Is that?
No. because he got drafted in 2017.
He might be.
He's the longest tenure.
Nick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because Knox was drafted this past year.
Yeah.
Wow, that's insane.
Kent Bazemore is the longest tenured Hawks player.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the Thunder. They re-signed
Noel.
Yeah.
Muscala.
Mike
Is that
Muscala.
official yet? Is that official
Yeah.
that they resigned him? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's all. Next.
Yeah, that's really good.
We got the Magic who... What?
Magic,
What are they doing? What?
I mean, when you look at the Magic, I feel like I don't know if I agree with them extending Vucevic when they have Mo Bamba. That's the thing. But when Vucevic's contract runs out, he'll be 32. Bamba will be 25. So maybe.
Why did they draft the guy from the Mo Bamba song?
I don't know, man. Beats me.
Yeah. Yeah. Vucevic got the bread. Got the bag.
Al-Farouq Aminu, 3 years, 28.
That's not bad. That's honestly not bad for Aminu.
I feel like he can really do something in Orlando, but at the same time, I just don't know if that's, they made the playoffs, but I don't know if that's the team. If like you really want to contend, there's nothing you can really do there right now.
Yeah.
I definitely think Aminu they could have signed Aminu for less.
Yeah.
Terrence
Ross got 4 years, 54.
Which was a W contract in my opinion because he balled out last year.
Yeah, that's a good contract. They also signed Michael Carter-Williams.
They brought him back. Oh wait, no, they didn't bring him back. They just signed him.
No, Michael Carter-Williams was not.
He was on the Magic.
Oh, he was.
He was.
Yeah.
That shows you how much I pay attention to Michael Carter-Williams' career.
Well, it's like they don't have any good point guards in this roster. Like,
I mean, DJ Augustin's nice, but like,
all depends on Fultz.
If Fultz can just be like,
okay,
if Fultz can be 60% of the hype that like he was like projected to be, they're fine. But
do you see him going up that high?
Honestly, with the NBA, I don't even know at this point.
I think Fultz is fixable. I'm not giving up hope on a number 1 overall pick unless your name is Anthony Bennett.
Oh,
I think Fultz is fixable because he's not in Philly anymore.
Yeah.
And he's in Orlando where nobody cares about the Magic except for people who are in Orlando. And I don't even think people in Orlando the Magic like number 1 on their thing.
Yeah. Don't forget, a lot of good NBA players took time to develop. And I know Fultz is a little bit special because of the injury history he's had. But
he's 21.
It takes time to develop a good player in the NBA, especially at the guard position. Victor Oladipo, it took him 5-6 years to get to where he was. It took D'Lo 3. Like, it takes time, and people don't want to give time. Jason Tatum's rookie season doesn't happen every day.
Exactly.
Yeah. So let's
move on.
A team
that did take their time though was the Sixers.
They didn't take their time.
They did.
Nah, not really.
Trust the process, my guys.
The process is dead.
Yeah, process is dead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how long did they trust Joel Embiid for though? He was out his rookie year. He was out.
Oh, they did take their time with him and Ben Simmons.
Yeah,
they did.
So Jimmy to the Heat, they lose out on him. They bring back Tobias Harris.
Oh my gosh,
I agree with that contract.
But they had to. When you give up the assets they gave up.
Yeah. They
lose
JJ. They lose JJ, which is huge.
That's big.
But Josh Richardson could play the 2. Because they got him with the sign and trade for
He's a Jimmy Butler that plays defense. Because Jimmy Butler's defense is... No, Jimmy Butler started playing less and less defense over the years, and Josh Richardson at this point may very well be slightly better at defense than Jimmy Butler.
So I think their starting 5, it'll be Simmons, Josh Richardson, Tobias, Al Horford, and Embiid, which good luck scoring.
Holy height.
Good luck scoring in the paint against them.
Yeah, defensively, this
Embiid
team,
and Horford, especially if they bring back Boban too, But
ball, here we come.
Huge lineup though. I think their lowest height is 6'6", and it's Josh Richardson. Oh boy, Sixers are going to be a problem, and I am here for Horford and Embiid front court. I am here for it, and not to flex on anybody, but in the last podcast, we gave our predictions,
one hot take.
And I predicted Horford to the Sixers, not to flex, but my sources told me that Horford was going to the Sixers, so I had to just flex on everybody there. But for the Sixers, you lose JJ, but you get Al Horford.
I'm waiting to see
and Josh Richardson.
We can't
lose Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, I think Josh Richardson might be. I mean, the only thing Jimmy Butler, obviously a very good player. I don't know who's gonna have the ball at the end of games, but I think it's not gonna be as big as a loss due to them getting Richardson back.
Josh Richardson is Jimmy Butler without the ego.
Yeah,
you can argue
and
that.
It's important.
I feel like y'all overhyping Josh Richardson.
No,
you obviously don't watch enough Josh.
You're
Richardson.
underhyping Josh Richardson.
Yeah,
I mean, I might be, but I mean, he's definitely not comparable to Jimmy Butler in my opinion.
I'm not comparing him.
We're not comparing him.
I'm just saying, he'll give you what Jimmy did without the ego.
He's a poor man's Jimmy Butler. Yeah.
Okay.
Jimmy Butler.
I think it's important to note that Jimmy turned down a max with the Sixers to play in Miami.
To live in Miami.
Is living in Miami worth less money in a worse situation?
I mean,
maybe he knows something we don't.
Yeah.
Maybe he knows something we don't.
Say the Heat even get Bradley Beal, it's not as good of a situation as you have in Philly.
But listen, Pat Riley is a good recruiter, and it's hard to say no to Pat Riley when he brings out those rings.
I don't think it would be hard to say no to him if you were getting $200 million.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm confused with Jimmy Butler's decision, but hey, he got paid and he gets to live in South Beach. So
yeah.
All
right.
Can't really
From
complain.
South Beach to the South Desert. Let's freaking
go.
The
Suns are stupid.
Man,
I love Ricky Rubio. I am part of the Ricky Rubio fan club. But boy, Ricky Rubio is not worth 3 years, $51 million.
Oh, but
that was.
At least the Suns finally get their point guard. Okay,
the Suns could have signed D'Lo easily.
No,
but did D'Lo want to go to Phoenix? That's the question. Would he even have wanted to go there? My big thing with the Rubio thing, I like it for them. I just don't like the money because Rubio is going to be distributing the ball to Devin Booker and Kelly Oubre Jr. and Saric.
They haven't even re-signed him yet.
Oh, they haven't? Oh, well.
No.
I thought he was he's a restricted free agent, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then Ayton, and they just added Kaminsky, and they got Saric from the trade.
Yeah.
They moved back to
They lost Warren, though.
Yeah, they lost Warren, but I don't know. This sounds confusing.
They're going to be a solid 15th place team in the West next year.
I am so confused with what the Suns are doing. I understand getting Rubio much, but
you have to go swinging for somebody bigger.
Clock's ticking on Devin Booker. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And a report came out by USA Today talking about they didn't go after D'Lo because they felt he'd be a bad influence for Devin Booker.
Oh my God, Devin Booker! Oh my God.
Not too sure. I understand.
Suns fans, we apologize.
We're sorry.
Were the Suns the same team that said they didn't like Kawhi Leonard because he seemed too nervous in his draft interviews?
If that is true, oh my God. The Nets are
they traded TJ Warren for a new copier. I don't know if that's true, but I hope it's true.
They got fleeced for TJ Warren. I don't understand what they did there.
How do you get fleeced while giving up your own play?
They got fleeced and gave up a draft pick.
Yeah.
Which then the Pacers used to get more draft picks, which then they used to use some of those to trade to the Bucks for the Brogdon sign and trade, but that's besides the point. Rashawn Holmes, they lose him.
Yeah, he went to the Knicks.
Going to not be on the team anymore. They don't have Troy Daniels anymore. Who knows if Jamal Crawford's coming back?
Yeah, they're. Yeah, still you, Phoenix. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Phoenix is at the complete bottom of the league now. Yeah. But let's look at the Blazers, who's at the top of the league.
The PDX. Ooh, they made some good moves, in my opinion.
Mario Hezonja.
Woo! Mario Hezonja. They got Bazemore. They got Whiteside. This team is looking good for next year. They got some good signings. They re-signed Rodney Hood, I believe.
Yes.
2 years, 16.
And they added Bazemore.
Yeah. They're gonna be a good team next year. They should be in that upper Western Conference seeding.
Yeah,
They were able to get Nasir Little at 25,
which
That's
is
a good
huge.
so
And Hazonia.
I'm ready for a Jazz. I'm ready for the Jazz Blazers Western Conference Finals, guys.
Can I talk about the Blazers for a little bit right now? For a quick sec? All right. So,
All right, time's up.
Okay. You got to give the Blazers an insane amount of credit. Like, just 2 years ago, like, every single media outlet was like, they need to get rid of CJ. They need to get rid of everyone. They need to tank. They need to blow it up. And the Blazers completely refused. And they were like, nah, we are reloading. We are getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And I feel like it's hard for me to say this, but I do feel like the Blazers are like a dark horse championship contender. Like they are really, really good.
Dark horse? No, not dark horse. They're one of the favorites.
I don't know. Like there's.
Well, I mean, people are going to talk about the Lakers. People are going to talk about the Thunder.
Yeah. I think the Thunder are slowly sliding out because the West just like those top teams keep on getting better. I think the Jazz are better than the Thunder now.
Definitely.
The Blazers are still better than the Thunder.
I would. Yes. Well, yeah.
I'd say the Blazers are better than like the Rockets.
You could easily argue that. Yeah.
Yeah. So the top of the West is probably gonna be like something like LA, Utah, Blazers, Rockets. That's probably gonna be the top four in some sort of order.
LA is not gonna be the 1 seed. LA is gonna be like the 4 seed.
I said it in some sort of order.
Yeah.
I never said who.
Of course, the whole Whiteside thing. Like when I first saw it, I didn't understand it because they had Nurkic, but then I was like, oh yeah, Nurkic literally shattered his leg, so it makes sense now.
Yeah,
I don't, but like it really just depends on if he misses the entire year. If he comes back though, I don't know what their lineup's gonna be because Whiteside and Nurkic at the 4 and the 5 spacing issues.
Yeah,
they could play Zach Collins at the 4.
And bench one of them coming off the bench. That's pretty decent.
But if Whiteside comes off the bench, he's gonna be he's not even gonna get out of bed
championship
practice facility, which he didn't do in Miami. But
let's keep Nurkic on the bench then because
Nurkic is better than Whiteside though.
Nurkic is gonna be injured, and when he comes back, he's not gonna be 100%.
No.
So
they can bring him in slowly.
Until Nurkic could prove that he's better than Whiteside is at this current second after the injury, then Nurkic should be on the bench to Whiteside.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to
wait.
Okay.
An important note with the Trailblazers. Apparently, they gave Cantor 6 minutes to decide whether or not he wanted to resign.
Yeah, there's plenty of time.
And that's why he went to the Celtics.
That's pretty much saying, I don't want you on our team, and you have 6 minutes to decide whether you want to be on our team.
Honestly, it's just I like the Cantor signing for the Celtics. I don't even think we talked about Cantor.
Yeah, I think we forgot to.
I mentioned him for a quick sec,
but
good signing.
I like it for them, but for the Blazers, would you rather have Whiteside, a somewhat motivated Whiteside, hopefully, because he's not in Miami anymore?
Whiteside over Cantor every day.
All right, Sacramento.
They are making like the Harrison Barnes contract iffy. Otherwise, they went out and got some solid veterans on good deals to fill around their young guys.
The overpaying Kings.
Yeah,
overpaid for Corey Joseph.
That's a good contract.
Overpaid for Harrison Barnes. Overpaid for Trevor Ariza.
Ariza is partially guaranteed in the second year. To be fair.
Now, I don't think that they overpaid for Dwayne Dedmon. I really like that deal for them.
That's a good contract. Corey Joseph, pretty good contract.
And then Rashawn Holmes, 2 years, $10 million, and they're losing Willie Cauley-Stein because he doesn't want to.
I mean, I wouldn't want to know.
So you get Dedmon and Holmes as insurance there.
Yeah. Overall, I think good signings though. Yeah.
Yeah. Giles is that's his breakout season next season.
Yeah. Solid players who can play basketball and go around their young guys. That's what the Kings did. And even though the price may be a little bit high, they got the players that they probably wanted to provide leadership, mentorship, and skill to this team.
And I mean, let's be real. No one's going to Sacramento.
Yeah.
Like, no one was going to go there. Even though there was reports that Horford might go there because they were going to offer him, like, a monster deal. Yeah. But, hey, Kings looking nice. You know, you got Fox who's 21, Heald who's 26, Bogdan who's 26, Barnes is 27, Bagley's 20. Like, team is young. Future is somewhat bright for the Kings.
They're
if
pretty
they don't,
bright.
if they don't mess it up.
They were able to like compete for the 8th seed last season, and they only got better, in my opinion. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously the rest of the league got better too, but they're not going to be in the bottom of the league by any means whatsoever.
Okay, let's move on to the Spurs quick. They re-signed Gay. They got Crowder. No, they got Carroll.
Carroll.
They got Carroll.
It's a good signing.
That's all. Okay. To the Raptors. The Raptors, Marc Gasol opted in. They're waiting on Kawhi.
That's it.
Cool.
Okay,
Next
the Jazz.
To the Jazz. What?
Yo. Listen, man. Mike Conley, Donovan Mitchell, and Bojan, and they're going to go out and get a 4 because there was a Jazz reporter that said that getting Bojan wasn't like getting him to be their starting 4 or starting 3 and then Ingles at the 4. Like, they're trying to get a 4 and then Gobert. So, you know, bring Ingles off the bench as a 6-man, and they still might bring back Cephalosha.
Yeah.
Like,
you know who's a really good fit for the Jazz? You know who they should try to trade for? They should try to trade for Derek Favors.
They got Ed Davis though. They got Ed Davis on a better contract, and they created a trade exception with it that they're probably going to use to get.
They could probably start Ed Davis at the 4.
Yeah, Ed Davis is a good player.
I don't see why.
He can rebound and defend. Yeah,
and they still might bring back Ekpe Udoh.
Yeah.
Not sure if they will, but
I think the Jazz are one of the depending on where Kawhi signs, the Jazz very well may be the favorites to win the West.
They're definitely a top 3 team in the East. I mean, West right now.
Yeah, in the East. Definitely. I'm so happy for Mike Conley though. I am excited to see him on a winning team again.
Compete for a championship.
Yes, I'm happy. All right, let's move on to the Wizards.
Team left.
The Washington Wizards.
They didn't. They just keep losing.
They got Ish Smith because John Wall is going to be out, and I'd much rather have Ish Smith starting than Jason Randle.
They make it Isaiah Thomas, and
they got Isaac Bonga and Wagner from the.
Oh yeah, they got the leftovers.
Jamario Jones from the Lakers.
Yeah.
They're not going to bring back Jabari, I don't think.
Oh, Jabari.
Yeah, because they declined his option.
So apparently, the guy who reported the AD trade before it happened. Just said that Kawhi is going to the Lakers. Kawhi is going to the Lakers.
But Kendrick Perkins just said Kawhi is still meeting with the Clippers tonight or in the morning. Sources tell me.
Ooh,
so
okay.
Should be interesting. The Wizards bring back Thomas Bryant on a really good contract.
That was a great contract. He
3 years,
more, I
think.
think.
25
Yeah, 3 years, $25 million.
It was a good deal for them.
Mm-hmm.
And they lost Satoransky, but you get Ish Smith. Satoransky didn't want to be in Washington anyway.
All right, we got a few quick things to touch on now. Time for our favorite segment, Talking Hockey.
Talking Hockey!
Woo!
Talking Hockey.
All right.
Okay, guys, Joe Pavelski signs a huge deal with the Dallas Stars. Hey, don't steal my
Talking Hockey segment. Jeez.
Sorry. Listen. I went to a Sharks game once, so I know a lot about
I went to a
hockey,
Sharks game once.
So Joe Pavelski has ditched the Sharks for the Dallas Stars.
It was very,
and that was
very
Talking Hockey.
At least we got Timo time.
Yeah. All right.
That's the only players I know in hockey.
Wait, I do have to give one shout out. I promised I would do this. Shout out to the BBL League, our big baller.
Shout out to the BBL.
In my league.
Yeah.
Shout out in specific to Jake, the owner of the Baltimore Blackbirds, the greatest John Henson fan and the biggest John Henson fan in the world.
Of course.
Shout out to you. Mm-hmm. I promised I would do it, so I had to.
Yep. The Big Baller League is also sponsored by Game Day Jersey Co. Follow them on Twitter.
But hey, they don't sponsor the podcast, so we can't promote them on here.
Yeah. But they sponsor the BBL.
Hey, somebody better bleep that out. Come on, editor. Remember?
Mom, edit it out, Mom.
Yeah, come on, the CSB's mother.
All right. So what's one big thing everyone's looking forward to this week? I'm looking forward to the Summer League. I'm ready for more basketball. Kevin.
I'm looking forward for a vacation, honestly. Actually, this week's my birthday, so I'm excited for that.
Oh.
Ooh.
Besides that, though, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Like, Kawhi should re-sign with the Raptors, and besides that, I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm looking. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, that's awkward for me. I'm excited because I'm seeing Spider-Man: Far From Home, 3:45 on Tuesday. So.
Oh, you're one of those guys that buys tickets in advance.
Hey, man. It's Spider-Man: Far From Home, bro. Listen, Spider-Man is my favorite superhero of all time. I'm so excited for the movie. And then I'm also excited for Summer League, which I think Zion plays next week or later this week. I'm not entirely too sure.
This week is Salt Lake and California Classic.
So, okay. That's what I thought.
What do you guys think about the Spider-Man, the animated one being on Netflix already?
Yo,
I don't have Netflix.
It's such a good movie. If you guys have not seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I don't even care if you don't like Spider-Man or don't like superhero. Like, it's just a really good movie. Like, you'll love it, hopefully. If not, then that's a you problem.
Did it win movie of the year?
I don't know if it did, but
I got animation of the year, like animation movie.
Because I know it was good.
The animation in that movie is insane.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Bake. What are you excited for?
Looking forward to?
I'm also looking forward to Summer League. I'm also looking forward to Kawhi Leonard signing a 4-year deal with the Lakers.
Yeah, Lake Show.
I would really like to see that. No, I'm not. I'm still a Cavs fan.
No, me.
No, to CSB.
Hey, listen, man. I have a pinned tweet that says I'm a Lakers fan, and that was in like 2012.
It was in 2015, you loser.
Yeah,
2015.
Robert Sacre days.
Let's see. Lakers starting lineup 2015. Let's see. All right. Let's see what their starting lineup was in 2015. Well,
you just cut Bake off. How do you feel?
Wow.
I mean, you did it. You did it multiple times earlier.
You terrible Los Angeles bandwagoner.
So it was D'Angelo Russell, Kobe Bryant, Jordan Clarkson, Julius Randle, and Roy Hibbert. But they also fiddled with some lineups, and Roy Hibbert was their starting center. That's a yikes. Metta World Peace started some for them. Robert Sacre, Lou Will. Man, crazy times. And now they're gonna get Kawhi. Crazy.
Okay, Bake. I apologize that my corn growing friend has interrupted you.
You literally cut him off multiple times earlier.
Nobody asked you. Okay, so Bake, continue what you were saying, please. We are very interested.
Well, I was actually going to announce.
Okay, and that's it for the Choke Industries podcast.
Wow.
Thanks for I'm just kidding. I love you, Bake.
Well, what I was going to announce is that I'm actually leaving Choke Industries.
Oh, thank God.
That's awkward. We needed some like diversity in terms of like the NBA teams because like
we needed longevity.
How about I cut you off right there? That was the end of the Choke Industries podcast. Thank you for coming back.
Yeah.
Or if this is the first one you ever listened to, then thanks for coming in the first place.
Yeah, if this is the first one, watch episode 1.
Yeah.
Or listen to it. You can't really watch it.
Yeah. All right.
Taste the podcast.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a 5-star review. Maybe even leave a comment with it. Tell us what you like.
Add us on Club Penguin.
Yeah, add us on Club Penguin. Follow
Club
us
Penguin
on Spotify.
rewritten.
Subscribe to us on YouTube. Add us on Speaker or Castbox, wherever you listen to. Thank you very much for watching. Episode
Swipe
2
right on Tinder.
Let me finish, Kevin. Jesus, I want to go eat dinner.
Mood.
I'll help you finish. Okay, bye, guys.
Oh my God.
That was perfect.
Oh.